This is Richard back at you. This is video 2 of Mr. Roberts from Tennessee. It's got a 48RE tranny in it that he brought down to have us overhaul and put all the good stuff in it. We're going to tear down his valve body and kind of give you a general idea what a 48RE valve body looks like. Now we're going to be putting an SK kit in it. I'm not going to be able to show you how to put that in because I ain't got time. We've got a lot of people in line getting this done. But I'm going to give you a general idea. We got a new manual valve that makes it pump and park. We've got a new pressure regulator spring. We're going to raise the max line pressure up on it. We got a TV spring that raises your TV up to make it shift a little bit later. We also have a bracket here that breaks all the time. This bracket right here, it's your lockup, part of your lockup. These are bad about breaking and kicking the spring out and you losing lockup. So we're going to put a new valve there too. Now we also got a piece here that goes in the, it actually goes in here and it eliminates your shuttle shifting. Anytime we went to throttle by wire and put a TV motor on the side of the tranny, or on the side of the tranny, they had issues with shuttle shifting. We put this spacer in here and it eliminates the shuttle shifting. So we also got a plate we put in here to take the pressure off the solenoids here. This is your TV, or not your governor pressure sensor, excuse me, here, and your pressure solenoid here. This plate is designed to take the pressure off your governor pressure sensor. So this is a very good upgrade right here because these are really bad about blowing. So this here is a new piece for your neutral safety switch. We always drill this rivet out and add a new piece here. They're really bad about wearing out through here. You can kind of see the groove in it that it's already got.
Yep.
Can you see that, Trent? Compared
this
to
is a new one.
Yeah. So we're going to be changing both solenoids, the sensor and the solenoid and the sensor. And then here we have our lockup and our overdrive solenoid stuff here in our new harness. Now these are bad about leaking in the back and putting fluid in here. Almost every one we get in are like that. So you need to replace this. Let's get this thing apart and see what it looks like on the inside. That's what I want to see. The good stuff.
The goodies.
Now they do make aftermarket solenoids right here. We don't like using them. We like to stay with the factory Dodge solenoid. Just works really good. Gasket there. Push that. Pretty simple to replace. Now you do have a gasket in your kit. This is going to go in there too, so that's in there. This is a special little bolt. It's got a little shank on it right there. It lets this just move around just enough to get it in the valve body where you don't break it off. Well, that's just slippery, I think. Set that up like that. Now here's your 4th gear accumulator spring right here. Most of them come in broke, but this one here isn't. Most of them come in like 3 pieces when we get them. And then now the SK kit comes with a 3 spring like that we'll be putting back in there. A little tough. You got to push down pretty hard to get it in there, but it does fit in there. and then just eliminate this one here. Now this tranny, or the valve body does have 3 different length bolts here. If you notice, this one here is really short. That's longer. The 2 filter bolts and this bolt right here are even longer. So if you ram that through there, you just jack something up. Or if you run that one through there, I mean, you got to be really careful. So there is 3 different lengths there. When you take this apart, you want to grab this really careful, just kind of slide it over, leave this plate on there, because when you pull this plate off, there's a little tiny check ball right here that you can lose and not even know it's there. It's so tiny. And you want to put it back in. So that way you know that's there. And how you can identify that it needs it is that double hole right there, them dual hole. That's over it. I mean, if you lose it, you don't know it's there, you're in trouble. So, set this up for a second. This is your lockup stuff through here, your shifts on your 4th gear stuff. A lot of valves and stuff through here. We'll be changing some springs through here, blocking some holes through here, stuff like that. Putting these little pieces in here. I mean, you just have to read your instructions. I just ain't got time to show you right now. To give you a general idea of what we're talking about. You can see how much trash is in here. I mean, it's just laying there. If you just take this, lift through this a couple times and put it back on the tranny, you just stirred up a ton of metal. See, so you really can't do that with this stuff. So, if you notice here, we got all neoprene balls instead of metal check balls. You see that there? Now, if you notice here, this shift kit comes with this little funny thing. Looks just like that. See that check ball right there? This sets in there just like that. And the hole is big enough on the plate to set down through there when you put it on there. It'll set right through that hole. So. Balls. You're using these because the kits do not come with them. They don't dissipate, they don't get smaller or break down or anything like that, so you have no issue there. Now we'll be putting a new manual valve through here. We'll be grinding a slot across this. Your instructions show you that. And then we'll be adding the new manual valve that looks like this. So. Of course, you got some stuff through here. Now, this is your lockup valve here. You want to pull it out and make sure it looks in good shape. Make sure it ain't pitted on the edges or anything like that. And then you can see that little lip right here. Can you see that on that valve trim? Well, in the shift kit, they're going to make you grind an angle all the way to the center. It'll be just like you took a little bite out of it. The shift kit paper will show you that. And then you'll take, now since we're going to be running a single billet converter in here, we're going to be drilling a hole all the way through this land right here, and it's going to come out right here. Now the shift kit will tell you, you can drill 2 holes or 1 hole. Just read your shift kit and it'll tell you what size to drill it. Now, if you got a multi-clutch converter, you do not want to do any modifications here through this hole. You still want to grind your valve, but you do not drill through the valve body. If you do, it's going to go into lockup so hard that you're going to want to come back and correct that hole. So, and then the same way here, you're going to take your pressure regulator spring, throw it away. You're going to get your 2-stage here. You're going to grab these washers. You're going to put this little round washer on here first. you're going to take this moon shape one, or the bite out of it, and you're going to set it on there just like that. And then you're going to take this end here and set it on there like that. Now this piece here sets in this plate just like that. And that spring sets right up against it, where you're going to screw that Allen in and move that plate flush where this spring sets flush like that. See? Because if you don't, this tranny is going to have so much pressure that's going to try to push the converter out of the, and take out the main, the thrust in the motor, and it's going to do all kinds of, it's going to do everything bad. So now on this one here, you can take this out and change this TV spring right here. You can go to the green one right here to give him a little bit later shifts. We're probably not going to be doing that for him because he's a younger gentleman. He don't need a lot of power. Or he's not going to be hot rodding or anything. So we're just going to give him his standard shifts and stuff like that back. So now you get over here. This is your valve body plate. Let me take this off. Now you notice we have a neoprene ball here and we have a metal one here. You can put that neoprene ball there too, but I don't recommend putting a metal one here. Your reverse pressure doubles compared to your forward pressure, so that ball is going to hit the plate harder. So you don't want that to happen. So, but this is the shift kit plate we're going to be putting back in it. Now we're going to be adjusting his shift feel and stuff like that. And here's his second gear feed hole. We're going to be enlarging that hole here. Now this hole and this hole is your third gear feed hole. If I take and I drill this hole right here 100 thousandths and I leave that hole the same, I didn't do any good. You have to drill both holes the same. And the shift kit will tell you that. So if you notice here how they did it on the factory plate, they got a great big old hole here, and look at this little tiny one there. Now if we take and leave that hole alone, take and drill that hole that big, but let me tell you a little secret though. You got to remember, you go drilling holes too big, you can run into issues because of the third gear clutch can come on before your second gear band can come off. So you got to watch timing issues when you start drilling holes in your plates and get them really big and stuff like that. So we're going to get this valve body back together and put all the cool stuff in it and get it back in the tranny and get this gentleman back on the road. He's got a long ways to go. If y'all need anything, give us a holler at Precision Transmissions. Y'all have a wonderful day.